everything falls and everything lands just as it should. Perhaps that should be a koan. Does it land for you? Or did it fall right by and miss? And if it did, then it landed just as it should. Did it not? In the turmoil of seeking, glimpses land, and understanding falls with relentless perspicuity. The me that was once so enthralled by his unconscious story is now bombarded by reality instead of thoughts. The sense of the me that is, in one sense, the profoundly conceptual human does not change because of realization. The me now refers to something in addition, or rather, it no longer excludes anything. All the scary archetypes are fully included. They are somehow allowed to be. Some days, it feels more like the me has been forgiven into existence. And even though existence is still a concept, it reveals a depth to humanity that cannot be explained away. The necessary futility of the spiritual journey is a revelation of intellect, bathed in ignorance. Self-realization seems to seek out a God, or a thing with a capital T, that is not only responsible for all, but is willing to reveal how it does it. I expect the answer to the unanswerable question. Don't you? A personal search to end personal suffering leads unequivocally to more suffering. But this suffering ends when the interested party is fully seen, and the realization that a little self continues to act out its epic role on the stage of life. Paradoxically, it does this impersonally and with no authority, an authority that surpasses all understanding. But then, as now, all things surpass understanding. I am no longer guilty of ignorance. Yet my understandings are blown away by the winds of now. The whispers of neuroses echo through the empty palace of my mind, clinging to fragments of a story told by ghosts. And all this amidst a deafening silence that shines with incomparable brilliance. I did nothing to find it. I have nothing to give it. The palace was already empty. The ghosts were telling stories about no one. It and I are one. The one, we might say. The one that is left after disregarding all else. The one that Buddha realized, and the Buddha realized as me. These things may sound like two or double speak, but they point to the inseparability of reality as a whole. Nonduality and duality, enigmatically present and self-contained. When we seek for the truth of this reality, we must unwind the senses, turn them back to pre-sense. In so doing, we come to see that the dimensions we know as the five senses perceive only themselves. I, as aware being, am not touched by these perceptions. In this way, we notice that the body is self-perceiving. Seeing sees eyes into being. Hearing hears noise into experience. Feeling feels gravity into body mass. Tasting tastes flavors into an imaginary palate. And smelling smells an olfactory system into existence. Each sensory expression has illusory qualities that underpin the other senses. So, when we close our eyes, the world no longer exists. When we open them again, the world is rendered into a coherent scene to which each of the senses seem to report. It is the narrative that appears to veil the intimacy and immediacy of raw experience. Perhaps raw experience is like a 0-point dimension, from whence all other seeming dimensions spring forth. Or perhaps that particular meaning should be confined to an archaic horologicon. Anyway, we should remember that each dimension of sensing is actually standalone. Hearing does not inform seeing or any of the senses. The senses are not interdisciplinary, and this becomes important when what you seek is still just out of reach. At the same time, the seeing, the seen, and the seer are the same experience. So when you see anything and believe there is an awareness of that seeing, stop, take a knee, and imagine removing something from the scene. Imagine deconstructing or reverse engineering a concept. In this particular example, try removing the quality of color. By this, I mean that we treat color as a conceptual attempt to categorize abstract differences, and that by removing it, we effectively disintegrate all objective seeing. So, while we disintegrate the belief that holds the sense, we can never disintegrate presence. Presence is the alreadiness of the senses, neither prior nor a priori. Only narration proceeds with a theoretical preponderance that is the dream of time and space. Suffering may well appear from time to time in this personal space of the body or mind. And this duality is not in any way a failure in realization or a mistake of an unenlightened intellect. No, duality is not the problem. And here lies the quintessential nature of our very human problem. Duality and separation are not the same thing. Only the belief in one causes the other to feel real. In the end, mountains are once again just mountains. Reality radiates with non-duality and individuality, and is perfectly aligned within the whole. Separation dissolves. Non-duality and duality appear, like Shakti and Shiva, intertwined in the freedom tango with wanton abandonment. Only the desire for truth will burn away all your attempts to escape suffering. Trying to escape suffering will only lead to more suffering. Being clear on what you really want is the only path worth taking. Even when the only place it leads is a place called futility. Lest ye forget, words get their meaning from the company they keep. So the word futility is no more meaningful than the word frugal. Unless, that is, I choose to be ignorant of the meaning. And you have no choice in knowing. I am aware. I am consciousness. I am experience. I am reality. My functions include a body. My qualities include a voice. What is said is real. And yet, the Tao that can be spoken of is not the Tao.